Okay, I'm on my way into the liquor store and the grocery store to pick up the ingredients for these cocktails. And there are some things on this list that I have definitely never tried and I don't even know what they look like. So let's see what I can find. We are now in my kitchen and we are going to make some awesome Christmas cocktails. Well, actually, I don't know if they're going to be awesome, but I am hopeful. So this whole video started because I was scrolling on Pinterest one night and this picture of this beautiful candy cane inspired martini came up in my feed. So it was this martini glass and it was rimmed with candy cane garnish and it looked absolutely amazing. So when I followed that recipe, it put me onto this website of 40 different Christmas cocktails. And as I was scrolling through, literally every single one sounded amazing. So I decided that I wanted to try to make some of them. So I chose 4 or 5 that we're going to make in this video, and they sound delicious and they also look really cool. So I have very high hopes that I'm going to be able to make my Pinterest dreams a reality, but I will say when it comes to food, I don't have the best track record with recreating Pinterest stuff. If you give me a craft, I'm pretty good. I can recreate a Pinterest craft pretty well. But I did recently try to bake a cake. So at Thanksgiving, I tried to bake this cake to bring to my mom's house for our family dinner. And I found this cake on Pinterest that I thought was beautiful, but looked to me to be quite simple. So I bought all the ingredients. I made this cake. It was my first time ever making a layered cake. And it was a disaster. That is the epitome of Pinterest versus reality. It was an epic fail. So I am hopeful that today that we can actually make these drinks look like the pictures, because the pictures look amazing. And they don't look very, very difficult, but I have never made my own cocktail before. I do mixed drinks. Like I mostly drink vodka, which I mix with like juice and maybe some 7-Up. But up until last night, I didn't even own a cocktail shaker. I did not know what a muddler was. I have never made a fancy drink on my own. I have a friend who is basically our party bartender whenever he's here. He makes all of our fancy drinks and I just get to enjoy them. So we're going to figure it out today and do our best. And I really hope that these look good and taste good. And I just hope this video is a lot of fun because I'm super excited to make these. So we are going to get right into the first cocktail. Okay, we are going to kick off with the drink that inspired this whole video, which is the white chocolate peppermint martini. And I had really high hopes for this martini. And everything was working against me when I was trying to buy the ingredients. So I printed out the recipe here so that I could find it quickly. Okay, so the first thing I was looking for was a white chocolate liqueur. So I went into the liquor store, I looked everywhere, and then I went up and asked the woman, and not only did the store I was in not sell chocolate liqueur, even dark chocolate, but white chocolate especially, but no liquor store in any of my nearby provinces even sold this. So like, who's writing this recipe? This is way too difficult to source. So the white chocolate liqueur was out. Then I was also supposed to get vanilla vodka, peppermint schnapps, creme de cacao. I'm actually not sure how to say that. Yes, so I need those 3. So here's the thing. If I could have bought small bottles of all of these items, I would have bought them. But for most of them, I had to buy large bottles. So let me show you. So for example, this is the peppermint vodka that I bought. So this recipe called for peppermint schnapps and vanilla vodka, but another recipe that I want to try also called for peppermint vodka. So I have made a compromise. So essentially, I'm not using anything in this recipe aside from peppermint, candy cane, and what else? Nothing. I'm making it all up, okay? I'm making my own martini up is what's happening here. So I will link this recipe below, and if you can find the ingredients, great, but if you can't, I will also link the recipe that I create because I have some substitutes in mind. And if it's delicious, try it. If not, absolutely ignore it. So we are going to give it a shot. So the first thing we have to do is prepare the glass. So to prepare this glass, you are supposed to, based on the recipe, rim the glass in white chocolate syrup and then dip it in crushed candy cane. My grocery store, of course, did not sell white chocolate syrup. It sold milk chocolate syrup, caramel sauce, strawberry syrup, but no white chocolate. So I am doing another substitution since this whole recipe is being made up at this point. I instead bought white chocolate chips and I'm going to melt them in the microwave, and then we are going to rim the glass with that and then dip it in the candy cane. And keep your fingers crossed for me that this turns out even half okay. Okay, so we've got our melted white chocolate and our candy cane, crushed candy cane, which I have tried to spread in the size that I feel like will fit the edge of this glass. So I'm just going to try to just put it on here. Okay, a rimmed glass. Let's try this out. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Yeah. Okay, we're prepared. And I'm going to put this in the fridge to make sure it doesn't melt while I'm preparing the drink. Okay, so the glass is in the fridge, and now we are going to mix up the drink. And I have a cocktail shaker, which I have put ice in already. And we are supposed to essentially just add a lot of liqueur and liquors in here, and then add, it called for half and half, which I don't have half and half, but I got whole milk because another recipe also called for whole milk. So I'm just trying to be not too wasteful. So we're gonna try this. It's calling for 3.5 ounces of liquor. Like, is that normal? Is that what a martini has? 3.5 ounces of liquor? That's a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is put 2 ounces of the peppermint vodka in here, which, okay. I smell peppermint. I smell vodka, but I can smell peppermint. Not too bad to start. I'm going to put 2 ounces of the peppermint vodka, and then I'm going to put 1 ounce of the whole milk. And then what I'm going to do is add some of the melted white chocolate. I don't know if that's going to be any good or not, but I'm just putting it in there to try. And also, because there was supposed to be vanilla vodka in here, I'm going to put a tiny bit of vanilla extract in there too, just like a drop of it. So this is my workaround for this recipe. I'm not following that recipe whatsoever right now. So if this works out, this is an Alexa's original. And if you try it and you like it, give this video a like. Let me know with a comment. If you don't like it, please don't give me a dislike. Just at least you tried. Okay, let's try. I also didn't even own like a shot glass. I just have those plastic shot glasses the disposable ones. So this is supposedly 1.4 ounces. So I'm just gonna assume that's a shot. Like I said, I'm not the one that mixes my own drinks. And when I make my own drinks, I don't measure anything out. I just make it to taste what I like. So we're gonna do 2 shots of this. We're going to do 1 shot. I wonder if I should do 2 shots of the milk. I don't know. Should I do 2? Do you think I should do 2? Maybe I should do 2. There's not a lot of liquid in here if I don't. I'm going to do 2. I mean, that's That's a lot. That's a strong, martinis are so strong. Oh my God. Okay, and then I'm going to put a scoop of this white chocolate in here. I don't know how that's gonna work well with the ice. Mix that in there. And then I'm going to put like a tiny bit of vanilla. So just a tiny little, okay. I'm not even going to put the whole thing. I'm actually just going to put half of that because I feel like that's probably a lot in a little drink. Obviously, we're going to put the lid on. We're going to shake this baby, which I have, well, actually I think I have used my friend's cocktail shaker before. I think he let me one time. Oh gosh, that lid is not, you have to twist it. Okay, I'm gonna hold this really tight. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's not fun being the bartender. Oh, it's so cold. Okay. And then it says, so I think we're shaking. I don't know how much you're supposed to shake it. It doesn't say how long to shake it, so I'm just going to assume we're shaking enough. And now it's saying to strain into my glass. So thankfully I bought this little kit that did come with it. Oh God. Okay. I'm going to stop talking and just pour it because I'm going to blow this thing up if not. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Our glass is looking very beautiful, I have to say. And then I accidentally took the lid off this, which I don't think you're supposed to do that, but okay. And this, in my kit, this said it's a strainer. Is that normal? Is that what a drink strainer looks like? Am I supposed to use it? Like, I don't even know. Okay, I have to say it smells amazing. This smells absolutely delicious. And it looks actually like a decent amount of liquid there. Okay, I think that I have all the liquid out of this. And since this is my own drink, I'm making up my own rules. And I'm going to add a little dollop of whipped cream to the top. I don't know if you're supposed to do that in a martini or not, but I thought it would look cute. And I'm going to sprinkle some candy cane over top. Okay, here we go. I have really high hopes because this smells amazing. Like, it just smells like the perfect candy cane drink. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, let's try. That is pretty good. Mmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The white chocolate and the candy cane around the rim is delicious. Oh my gosh. Okay, now if you don't like white chocolate, you won't like this. But if you do, and you like candy cane, all right, this one is a success. I mean, like, it's a little strong, but I'm really glad I put the 2 shots of milk in there because I think it would have been atrocious if not. But this one I like. I will leave this recipe below. If you try it, if you like it, let me know. And let's try the next cocktail. So I just had a thought that I should rate these recipes as I try them. So that peppermint martini, which was my own recipe, I'm gonna give it a 9. My own taste, it was delicious. Yeah, it was the right amount of alcohol to milk, and I have never put milk in a cocktail before. I don't like Baileys and coffee flavored liqueurs, but that was amazing. So I would give that a 9 out of 10. So now we are going to make a Grinch cocktail. So this one has white rum, peppermint vodka, Sprite, green food coloring, syrup, and sugar cake sprinkles for the rim. So this one doesn't have any instructions. It also doesn't say how much Sprite. So I'm just going to do my own preference here. Okay, I think I'm going to use this glass, which says naughty is the new nice, because the other glasses I have that are smaller, you can't see through them as well. So this one will be able to see the drink a little bit better. So we're going to put in the rum, the vodka, Sprite, food coloring. Oh, and actually we have to prepare the glass first. Okay, so I don't have simple syrup, and I actually did look for that in the grocery store and I couldn't find it to rim this glass. So instead, I have this lime, and I'm just going to squeeze a bit of the lime juice. Maybe I have to cut it again. Just going to squeeze some of the lime juice onto here. And the reason I'm using the lime is because this recipe has Sprite, so I think that that will be okay. That sounds like a fairly good combination. So then it says to use sugar sprinkles. So I just have this, this is leftover from a gingerbread house that we made actually. They're just like these kind of sparkly looking sugar crystals. So I'm going to rim the glass. And this is something that I have done before with a lemon. Okay, and then I'm just going to, let's get this baby loaded up in sugar. Okay, let's see. Okay, that looks not too bad. Okay, so this recipe is actually for 4. So I'm going to do half that amount because I'm worried if I only do like a quarter of it, it'll be a very, very small amount in here. So what they're saying is put a half a shot of rum and a half a shot of vodka and then Sprite. So I guess I'm putting a quarter shot of rum, of white rum, and then a quarter shot of peppermint vodka. So it'll only be half a shot of liquor in here. So personally, I don't like white rum. I used to drink rum drinks when I was younger, and then a friend of mine made a really, really strong drink one time and it just completely turned me off. So I'm not excited about this, but I'm going to make it for the sake of this recipe. So, okay, I'm just gonna put like a very small amount because I feel like a quarter of a shot is, okay, we're gonna say that, whatever that amount is. And also, like, are you supposed to be mixing rum and vodka? Like, isn't that a bad thing to do? I mean, we're gonna find out later, but I'm just saying that is not a thing that I would choose to do were it not for this video. Okay, so we have our drinks, and then it just says Sprite. It doesn't have any amount. And here's my Sprite. Okay, so I went to buy cans of Sprite, like the small cans of Sprite, but this bottle of Spritz Up was on for $1. So honestly, I could even get a can of pop for cheaper than this whole bottle. So we don't really drink Sprite ever, but maybe I will dive into some Spritz Up this weekend. So I am just going to put, I don't know what amount. So I'm just going to put like, I mean, I guess like that much. Oh, you know what I just thought? Maybe I'm supposed to shake this. Okay, well, too late for the cocktail. This recipe doesn't have any instructions, so I am just winging it. So instead, I'm just going to, I'll put the ice in there instead. Okay, so then it says a drop of food coloring. So I'm gonna put like a really small amount because I don't think it will take much to dye this. And I'm going to get a spoon because, oh, it is not mixing up whatsoever. This is so weird. Okay, look, can you see how weird this is? Let me try to show you. That right there is the food coloring. And it's like, it must not mix with the alcohol, I guess. So I'm going to put another drop in, but I have to say that maybe you should add the food coloring before you add the alcohol. Like maybe mix that with the Sprite first. So here we are. You know what? I'm not impressed with that green color. Okay, that is not what was promised. That looks like, that doesn't look Grinchy to me. I'm very hesitant about this one because I don't usually like rum very much, especially with a peppermint vodka. Like that really sounds disgusting, but let's just hope somehow this tastes good. I can't see it, but let's just hope. Okay, what I will say, this basically tastes like Sprite. Maybe because there's only half a shot technically, but not that much liquid. There's only half a shot in here. I'm mostly just tasting a little hint of lime and sugar from the rim, which is delicious, by the way. That actually does taste really good. Yeah, I'm searching for the alcohol. If I were to mix this myself, I would probably, I don't think I'd follow this recipe myself. I don't taste any peppermint vodka in here whatsoever. I don't taste the rum. I just taste a lot of Sprite. So I would just, I like the idea of the green food coloring. However, it does not look whatsoever like that photo. And I think that you should add it to the Sprite before you add the liquor. And even so, it seems to me like you'd have to add a lot to get a dark green. And I don't think that's healthy. Like, I don't know that I would go that far, but that's up to you if you want to. So it's okay. I don't know. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I would give this drink, no, what am I saying? Do I hate it? Do I hate it? I don't hate it. It's not disgusting. I'm just drinking Sprite. So I'm going to give it a 5. It tastes good and there is liquor in it. So I guess if you want a drink where you don't taste very much alcohol whatsoever, then try this. You could also add less pop or more liquor to make it a little stronger, but I really like the sugar on the rim and I do like the lime. That is a good idea with the Sprite. It complements it well. And I mean, it's super easy. That's a perk of it, but I'd give this one a 5. And for looks, I'm going to give it a 1. I don't have maraschino cherry, so that's my bad. And the glass is different, so I can't fault the recipe completely, but in terms of the green, like that alone to me is just, that doesn't look grinchy like the photo whatsoever. Maybe a 1's harsh. Okay, let's give it a 3. If I had the right cup and I had a maraschino cherry, then maybe it's mostly my fault. We'll give it a 5, okay? A 5 for taste and a 5 for looks. I wouldn't recommend this one, but I'll leave that up to you. Okay, next up we are making a cranberry mimosa, and this is right up my alley. Like, I love mixed drinks with vodka and cranberry or vodka and lemonade. Like, I love the tartness of a drink. And I love a sparkling wine or Prosecco. I'm not fancy enough for champagne, but I love a sparkling wine. So this, I think I'm going to love. I can tell already that this is going to be right up my alley. Okay, so this recipe, I'm supposed to rim the glasses as well. And I have a little champagne flute here, which looks very similar to the photo. So the recipe says to rim it with water and dip it in sugar, but I know from experience that if you rim your glass in water, whatever you dip it in will just fall right off or not stick at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rim it in the same lime and sugar mixture, because I think that the lime, it's very faint when it's rimming a glass anyway, and I think it'll complement the cranberry well. So I'm just going to do that, and then we will mix up the cocktail. Okay, so I've just rimmed the glass, which I did off camera because I did it exactly the same as the last cocktail. Okay, so the recipe says to add the cranberry juice first. And it's saying add a 1/4 cup, so I'm just going to guesstimate that myself, what I feel like. And it says to make sure that you do not get cranberry cocktail, that you get pure cranberry juice. So this is 100% cranberry juice, no sugar added. And for the, well, champagne that they call for, this is a sparkling wine. Apparently the finest sparkling wine, highly doubtful of that, but this thing was only $5. So for the purposes of this video, I knew that I did not need a full bottle of champagne, and I figured that would go to waste. It says to add 1/2 cup of champagne. So again, I'm just going to guesstimate what. This bottle is a little less than a cup, so that looks pretty good. Okay, and then it says add a few fresh cranberries to garnish. And I should look at the photo. I think it's only a few cranberries. Yeah, it looks like they have like 3 cranberries in their cranberry mimosa. Oh, this is cute. Okay, that one doesn't feel very fresh. Okay, here's the finished product. What do we think? I think it looks a lot like the photo. And I love that you can see all the bubbles. Oh, it looks so good. I have never tried sparkling wine with a sugared rim before, so maybe that will make a difference. Okay, let's try. That is a nice drink. That's nice. Like I said, I'm partial to cranberry and I like sparkling wine, so this is something I would drink on a regular basis. Love this. Super, super easy, and it looks fancy because of the sugared rim, which was so easy. The lime tastes great. You can't really tell it's lime. Yeah, you can't really tell. You can't taste the lime at all, but it's a nice complement with the cranberry and the sugar. The sugar is a nice touch. I would never think to do that. So this one, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I think it looks extremely similar. So, I mean, I'm just giving it a 10 all around. Very easy. Highly recommend this one. Tastes really good. It's not too sweet like the last one with the Sprite. That might be, like, you might not have many of these, but I highly recommend this one. Okay, this recipe is not, I would say it's the one I'm the least excited for. And that's because it has Kahlua in it, which is a coffee flavored liquor. And I don't like coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee flavored things. But this one is called the North Pole Cocktail. And it sounds good because it has chocolate, vanilla, and it has molasses and ginger and whipped cream. So what I'm hoping is that the Kahlua will be like a very small hint of flavor in an otherwise delicious cocktail, but I am very skeptical because I'm scared that's going to overpower it. I'm also concerned because I was supposed to pick up chocolate syrup, which I was able to do because I was at the grocery store and they sold it. But when I went to the section with the syrup, I was looking for the white chocolate syrup. And when I couldn't find it, I went all the way back to the grocery store, bought the white chocolate chips and came back. And I obviously did not pick up the milk chocolate syrup, which I absolutely needed. So instead I have a few pieces of Lindt chocolate here. So I'm going to melt that and I'm going to add it, and I'm just going to hope. Otherwise, I would scrap this recipe because without a chocolate flavoring, I know that I would not like this drink because I don't like coffee flavored stuff. So that's the only saving grace for me that I'm going to do. And I'm just going to hope that it works out. So let's mix up our stuff. So there's our chocolatey mess. Okay. Okay, we've got a little chocolatey mess, but that's okay. So we are now going to rim it. This is just that same icing sugar, which to me seems weird. Like if you're kind of having like a hot chocolate style of drink. I don't know, I might make an executive decision. I think I'm going to add some peppermint here because I feel like if I'm having like kind of a creamy, chocolatey, hot chocolatey drink, like I don't think I want sugar on my rim. I don't know, like, do I? Is that what people would drink? I don't drink coffee, so I guess maybe people do want like a sweet rim. Well, the candy cane's not sticking to it anyway, so. All right, I tried. Here's our gross looking mug. Okay, so now, okay, so it's saying in an empty cocktail shaker, add the vodka, Kahlua, the chocolate, vanilla extract, molasses, and ginger. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to add in here is the chocolate. Which there is not much of. And this recipe that I'm reading serves 4, so I'm going to try to just make 1 serving because if I thought it was going to be really good, I'd do a half recipe, but I don't think I'm gonna like this. Okay, so that's pretty much all the chocolate we're going to get. So then the vodka, so this is regular vodka, not the peppermint, although I have to say, I think I'm gonna do the peppermint because if I was making a peppermint hot chocolate, I would probably like that more than regular hot chocolate, so I'm just going for it. So the recipe calls for 4 ounces, so I'm doing 1. Oh, not the rum. Nope, not rum. We don't want rum, we want the Kahlua. Ugh, yuck. Oh my gosh, okay. So it's calling for 2, so I'm just going to do half a shot. The 1 teaspoon of vanilla, so I just need a 1/4 teaspoon. So I already have my 1/8 cup dirty, so I'm just going to put 2 of those in there. 3 teaspoons of molasses, so I'm going to do just under 1 teaspoon. Okay, that seems like a really, really weird thing to be putting in a drink, I have to say. And then we are adding ginger, which we just need like literally a teeny pinch of. There's like no liquid in this, literally. Like, this can't be right. There's like no liquid. I'm going to add a little more milk. Because it's supposed to be a shot. When I drink a cocktail, you know, I expect it to be like a drink I would drink, not a shot. And the only thing I'm worried about in here is the chocolate, because that's probably just going to freeze to the bottom of the glass and not combine. So now it says add ice and shake again. Okay, so we've got our ice in here. And there's like, oh my gosh, I just sprayed this everywhere. That's why you shouldn't put me in charge of the shaker. Oh, now I get it. It says strain into 4 glasses. There's a strainer in here.
Now I get it.
Oh my gosh, this, I made a disaster of this cocktail. There is a mess here. Wait until you see how little liquid there is. Just wait till you see it. That is the whole drink, that's it. Okay, I mean it when I say I'm not excited for this, because mostly because of the chocolate. If I had the chocolate syrup, I wouldn't be worried because I know that I could drown whatever coffee flavor is in here. But because I don't have much chocolate, I really don't know what to expect. So I'm just going to try to drink out of part of this rim that is loaded with chocolate and just hope for the best. Okay, here we go. I mean, I have to say the rim is delicious. The rim is really good. So line it up with chocolate. That's the best part. But the alcohol itself, I don't like that drink. I'm not blaming the drink because I don't like coffee flavored things, but to me, there's just not enough. Like, look how little liquid there is in here. I don't know, there's not enough in there. So this, looks wise, I have to say, I think if I had the short glass like in that photo, I think it's a really beautiful drink. So I'm gonna give it like an 8 for looks. For taste, I'm not sure if it's my personal preference or not. Like, I don't even know if it tastes coffee-ish. It just tastes, it's just strong. It's a strong drink, and no, I'm like, my taste buds, I'm giving it a 2, but you might, if you like coffee and you like Kahlua, you might love this, but the best part is the chocolate. So add a load of chocolate and that will help, or just don't make this one maybe. Okay, so we have arrived at our last drink today, and it is definitely the most complicated of the bunch. So it is a Christmas cranberry mojito. Now I have a friend who claims, not the same friend who's the bartender, a different friend, who claims to make a mean mojito. So I know that there is an art to this drink. I don't think I've ever had one before. I can't remember ever drinking a mojito. I've definitely never made a mojito, that is for sure. So this drink recipe is complicated because you actually have to cook cranberry, sugar, and water in a frying pan first to let everything break down. Then you have to use a muddler to crush lime. I didn't even know what a muddler was until I Googled it yesterday. So we are just going to try it out. I really have no idea how this is going to turn out, but I hope it's delicious. I like cranberry and I don't like rum, but hopefully the cranberry will just... Wait, what else is in here? Club soda. Is that good? Like, isn't that gross? I don't drink club soda. This sounds gross now. There's not even any juice. I was thinking there was cranberry juice. Rum and club soda, mint and cranberries. Okay, well, let's just try it out. So this recipe serves 4 to 6, which obviously is too much. But because it's so much work to make it, I'm going to make the full recipe in case it's good. And if it is, then when my husband gets home, we will drink them and enjoy this. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of sugar. So I see why now that you don't add juice to this or pop, because there's a lot of sweetener in here. Okay, so now it says that you cook this at medium heat until the sugar is completely dissolved, stirring occasionally and pressing down on the cranberries. So while this is cooking, I'm going to prep the mint leaves and the lime. So when I was buying my ingredients, I did not intend to make this whole recipe, which calls for 2 limes sliced in wedges. And I thought when I read that it meant to add as decoration to the glass. So I thought, oh, it doesn't matter if I get 2 because I won't need them. But I just read that I have to actually muddle those with the mint leaves. And I only have about 3/4 of a lime instead of 2. So we're just going to work with it. I might use half the sauce and make 2 drinks first. And then if the lime tastes right, I'll wait. I don't actually know what I'll do. Can you save this stuff? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I have 3/4 of a lime. I'll add this in with the mint leaves, muddle it all, and we will see what happens. Okay, let's muddle it up. Okay, before we get to muddling, the recipe says to heat this until the sugars dissolve completely, and I think I don't see any sugar in there. I just see bubbles. So I think I'm going to take this off the burner. And then it says to continue stirring occasionally and let it cool. So turn the burner off. I'll set it over here and we'll muddle up while that cools. Okay, so it says to add the limes and the mint leaves to a large pitcher. So this is actually a mixing bowl, but I'm calling it my large pitcher because it does have a spout, so I can pour out of it. So it says add a bunch of mint leaves removed from stem. Like, is this the stem? Do I pluck the leaves off? Is that what that means? I have no idea. I've never muddled before, okay? Oh, there's a stem. I am a muddling noob, and I don't know. I mean, is that is this a leaf? Is that part of the leaf? I'm just gonna pick them off, okay? I've already started. Just pick them all off and then muddle this baby up. Okay, so I can now feel that the cranberries are really soft. Like, I can now press down on them and they kind of like pop open. I don't know if I'm supposed to actually squish them though. It just says help break them down a bit, so I don't think I'm supposed to like that one's really squished. I don't think I'm supposed to really squish them. Okay, I'm really squishing them. Well, okay, we're really squishing them. We've gone too far now. I can't go back. Add limes and mint to a large pitcher. Using a muddler, crush limes until all juices have been released. So you don't muddle the mint. I feel like my friend said you're supposed to crush the mint. Do I muddle the mint, everyone? I'm just gonna muddle it all. Is this what it means? Like, I should have Googled. I should have YouTubed muddling. I actually have no idea. I really have no idea. I just think I heard someone one time say, like, it just means to like crush it up. Is this what muddling is? Should the skins be on it? Doesn't that seem weird that the skin is on it? Like, is that what it means? So I'm just gonna say right now that I feel kerfuddled by the muddle. Like, I'm not getting it. Like, I'm not getting why the lime skins are in here. I mean, the mint, why are there so many mint leaves? Like, why are there so many mint leaves? I mean, okay, I should have had another lime, so yes, that's true, but there's like, I'm just scooping a bowl of mint leaves and then I'm going to add everything in here. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, but I'll just keep muddling while the syrup cools and then we will mix it up. So it says to add 1 cup of the syrup and then muddle more. Okay, so I'm looking at the picture and I'm seeing cranberries in it. So now I'm thinking that I wasn't supposed to just put the syrup like the direction said. I think I was also supposed to put some of the cranberries in it. So I'm just gonna load it up. Whatever it takes to overpower the rum, I will do it. I have to say, it smells like very fresh. I'm wafting some really super nice fresh scents here between the mint and the lime and the cranberry. I mean, the rum, I can smell that too, but this is like a beautiful Christmas concoction. Look how beautiful it is. That just screams Christmas to me. So if nothing else, preparing this looks beautiful. You could even just put this in a bowl. Okay, maybe that would look disgusting, but I have to say, I mean, you know what I'm saying. It looks Christmassy. So they recommend you use a tall glass, and unfortunately I don't have like a narrow tall glass. I do have this champagne flute, but I just don't think it's going to hold enough liquid because you have to put ice in it first and then pour the mixture in. So I'm instead going to pour it over this tall glass. So here we have a Christmas mojito. Time for the final test. The Christmas cranberry mojito. And it's beautiful. Like, I think presentation, I'm already giving this a 10 out of 10. If I had that tall glass, it would look exactly the same. So this is a beautiful drink, but does it taste good? Does it taste good? Okay, let's find out. If it's disgusting, I'm adding cranberry juice to this, just so you know. That is lovely. Wow, that is nothing like I was expecting whatsoever. It is like really sweet, but like you can taste the cranberry, but it's like a very sweet cranberry. That's delicious. This is delicious. Okay, this drink is a 10 out of 10. I have never tasted anything like this before. I think it must be the mint and the fresh cranberry. Like, this is just, it is fresh. You feel, this is a fresh drink. Oh my gosh, yeah. I think this is the best one. This is so good. Okay, if you try this drink, let me know. Let me know if you like it, because I just feel like, and maybe you've had a mojito, and I really don't think I ever have, because I've never tried anything fresh like this. This is delicious. Okay, so those are all of the Christmas cocktails that I have for you today. I hope that you had fun watching this video. I honestly had so much fun making it, and I would love to make another one. If you had fun watching this, let me know. There are so many recipes. I could very easily make a part 2. If you want me to like bartend your party, drop a like below, no problem, obviously. Now I'm really skilled. I know how to use a cocktail shaker. I also know that this is not the strainer. Or maybe it is. Like, can someone comment below and tell me what this is? It looks like a strainer, but then why is there this hoopy thing around it? Like, what is that? I think the strainer is the top part of the cocktail shaker. I got that, you know, like after my fourth cocktail, I figured it out. But like, why does it have ears? And what is this? Please comment below and tell me. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time. If you try these recipes, let me know if you like them. Comment below some other ones you like. I will drop all of the recipes below, including my own white chocolate peppermint martini recipe. I'll drop them all below. And I hope you guys had fun. I will see you again soon, and we'll chat again. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your cocktails. Okay, bye-bye.